Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is ChessCoach Mikhael, and today we are going to do something a bit different. It's going to be quite fun, hopefully. So I am going to do 100 puzzles on chess.com, my first 100 puzzles in one sitting, guys. So let's jump straight into it. I got my chessboard on the left. If you guys enjoy this content or have any recommendations for me, please drop them down in the comments below. But let's get started. So in the first puzzle, I already loaded the screen. I haven't done any puzzles just as yet on chess.com, but it looks like they're giving us the answer to the first one. This just looks like a ladder checkmate eventually, and we got some achievements. First puzzle done, and the achievement called Puzzle Newbie. Okay, so my aim is to get 100, but I want them to be rated. I haven't done any puzzles over here as yet. My rating on my other accounts are pretty decent. So, yeah, hopefully I can get them or get these ones to a similar level. But anyways, let's just do the first 100 puzzles. So this one over here, we just see a back rank checkmate in one. This is a checkmate in one with the rook and bishop. With chess.com, guys, I do know that if you do the puzzles a little bit faster, you get like more points or more ratings. So like over there, I got like for speed and like a 10 extra points or whatever the case may be. But I just want to change the settings if possible for it to be rated. Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure this out. There's a brand new account, so I haven't touched it at all. I have done it on my other ones. I'm not sure why as yet. Okay, these ratings are pretty low, or like they're your entry level puzzles. So yeah, hopefully the rating will go up as we do more, but we got the first three correct. So that's a start. Okay. Okay, this is a mate in one. I don't see anything that can defend it. And let's try and get the streak to 100. This is also another mate in one. The king can't escape. Like a back rank, and the king is cut off. Okay, this is another mate in one. The first couple shouldn't be too bad. I have been playing chess for quite some time now, so I've seen a lot of these. I had a puzzles rating or puzzle score, whatever you want to call it, on chess.com previously of about 3,000, and then I haven't done puzzles in a while, and there was a rating adjustment, so it dropped a little, and I haven't done puzzles since of my own. But anyway, whilst I was talking, we've just gone through 11 puzzles already. Okay, this I see a mate in one with the queen and knight. Nothing can defend it, so obviously knight h4 was a big blunder by black, trying to attack the queen by just hanging checkmate in one. Okay, this is a checkmate in one. It's like a back rank, king can't escape. Okay, this one over here, guys, it's very famous. Like, we see that white probably could have fianchettoed their bishop earlier, like Catalan systems or whatever the case is. If you guys don't know what that is, just don't worry about it. Hopefully in my next couple of videos, I'll make a video on the Catalan. The Catalan was one of my favorite chess openings for a really long time. But this is just a mate in one with the queen and the bishop. The bishop is misplaced here on d3 unless you're trying to attack, but if you're going to push g3, you normally need your bishop on g2. Okay, this just looks like a mate in one. Queen supported by the pawn. And let's see what else we have over here. We have rook takes and a back rank checkmate. We have another back rank. Okay, I think they will start getting a bit harder now, just back ranks, guys. I'm telling you, if you know back rank checkmate, you'll like find these first like 20 puzzles really easy. Okay, yeah, so I am getting the speed bonus. I'm not sure if this is my rating or just the score that it's accumulating. But anyway, we'll figure it out after the first 100. So this one, my first inkling was something here with the queen or the bishop, but we just see that there's a back rank. Hopefully, like, not all the puzzles are going to be back ranks for the first 100. Okay, this one's pretty cool. This is a checkmate with the bishop only. So the king can't escape, the king is in check, nothing can block it. So generally in chess, if you can block the check, then you block it. If you can move the king, then you can move the king, or if you can capture the piece that is giving the check. Those are 3 ways to stop a check, and black can't do any of these in this position. So I actually thought this was going to be a lot slower for the first like 25 puzzles or so. Right now, we're currently at 25 puzzles correct. And they weren't too bad, so hopefully I'm gonna start building this streak up, get to the first full 100. But the first 25 went by quite easily, like checkmate in 1, checkmate in 2s, those types of things. We'll start to see like more positional play and stuff later in the puzzles. They'll get harder and harder as we go along. Okay, this one over here, just bishop and queen lined up against f2. f2 is the weakest pawn because it's only defended by the king. Same concept here, but just for black, so pawn f7. Now we're attacking the f2 square a lot. Still attacking the f2 square. Okay, this one is cool. Pawn and queen. This has to be one of my favorite checkmates ever. It's a smothered mate. If you guys can play this over the board, it would be amazing. I think over like 10 years of playing over the board chess, I've probably only got this like 5 times. That's including casual play. I think maybe once or twice over the board, which is like really cool. You'll see this a lot more in like your bullet or blitz chess. I don't know why I said bullet, but anyway, the king can't move. And nothing can capture the knight. The king is completely stuck in the corner. That's why it's smothered behind all its pieces. So this is a smothered checkmate. It generally can only be done with the knight. Sometimes it's paired with like a rook sacrifice or a queen sacrifice, something like that. But this is a nice smothered checkmate. And that's 40, guys. 40 puzzles correct. It's been a breeze so far. There hasn't been any like really difficult ones, like I can say right now. Well, for myself. Normally, I would tell my students, we have a rule that whenever you're doing a puzzle or you have a position, I need a minimum amount of time for each student to focus on their position on the board, because in chess sometimes there's only like a couple opportunities where it's really decisive, like in this puzzle as per se. So if you can like focus and find the best move on the board, then you could win the point in a tournament or something like that. So I always tell my students, take your time with it, don't rush. Okay, now I'm not setting the best example right now. I am going through them quite quickly. And we just got 50 puzzles in a row, guys. So, okay, I completed this level. I've no idea what the level is about as per se. Hopefully I can change this. Can I change it to rating? Okay, whenever I figure it out, I'll figure it out, probably in the next video. But yeah, guys, so normally my puzzles are rated, like with the actual rating that will tell you, okay, you've solved the 2500 puzzle or 1100, whatever the case may be. So these ones, it's working on like a point system, maybe on the difficulty. Probably something similar that chess.com does. I have no idea, if I'm being honest, but I'm just trying to solve the puzzles. Okay, this one, I'm going to start to think a little bit. So black is in a little bit of trouble. Here, the king is very exposed, and white has a pretty decent attack. So I see my queen is covering the back rank. This was my first instinct, rook c2, check. Now I just need to think what happens if the king comes forward, and I will see that my queen and my rook will be able to attack on the second rank. So that's actually very useful. If my queen couldn't, or if there was something protecting b3, then I would be in some trouble. Okay, this is the hardest puzzle solved. Okay, nice. I don't know if that's the hardest puzzle that I've solved so far, or the hardest puzzle in this mini league, whatever the case may be. So okay, 57 puzzles in a row, guys. It's going quite well, and yeah, hopefully they get a bit harder, so it challenges us. This one is cool. You just take on g6 and it's checkmate. This is just a checkmate because the king is completely cut off by our king controlling the square and then our pawn controlling the e4 square. Okay, checkmate. I'm gonna try and speed through the next 10 or so, trying not to get them wrong, obviously. This just wins a queen. Sorry guys, I don't know what happened there with my arrows, but anyway. So we've just got like the previous 10 right in a row. It's going quite solid. This one over here is actually quite cool. If I was messing with my opponent, I would first cycle through like bishop g2, bishop g2, bishop h3, just to give a check and then the checkmate after, but this is just a mate in one. It's important not to blunder queen g1 because the rook takes. And then this one is very tricky for black. If you don't have a checkmate in this position, this just looks lost. Like if queen f1 wasn't possible, you'd either have to find like some type of perpetual or whatever the case may be, because this is scary. But anyway, we have a checkmate. This is another smothered mate, a bit cool. You can't go knight c7, the queen takes on c7, so knight d6 is a smothered checkmate in the opening as well. This is one of my favorites, guys. I've seen this a lot in Puzzle Rush and Puzzle Battle. You take on f7 to deflect the king away, and then you go queen f8. Brilliant move, sacrificing the queen for a checkmate. Okay, this is just a free queen, I presume. Okay, mate in one. Yeah, this is a checkmate in two. I think this is like the second or third checkmate in two that we've seen. So yeah, now they're gonna start getting a bit harder. Okay, queen f2 has to be the first move. This is not so much a smothered because the queen is cutting off the square. So technically it's like the similar concept with the knight and checkmating on like f2, like a smothered checkmate, but it's not actually considered the smothered because the queen is cutting off e2. And we've reached a new level. Okay, let's continue with these puzzles. This one is pretty cool. We've seen similar ideas before. This looks like the correct first move, but I'm trying to figure out what's the second move. Okay. King moves over, it's just mate with the bishop in 1. Bishop f3 is mate after king d1. Okay, that's just mate in 1. Queen f7 mate. This is actually a pretty cool mate. King can't escape because his rook is blocking, and the queen cuts off g2 as well. Similar concept. This one's pretty interesting. So my first instinct is rook f3, but after rook f3 I just need to calculate where does the king go afterwards. Probably here, check, and then we have a back rank. That's probably correct, but I just need to make sure. The knight is not actually defending the pawn on f3 because the knight is pinned by the queen, so the knight's not actually defending in this case. The only possible move is king e2, and then after king e2 we have queen g2. Okay, we're on 87 puzzles, guys, so it's been pretty quick, pretty easy, I'm not gonna lie. I expected it to be a bit harder, but this is a really nice concept. It's called a fork, for those who don't know what a fork is. A fork is when one piece attacks two pieces at the same time. So over here, we give a check on e7 with the knight, and then we pick up the queen on c6. This fork is actually called a royal fork. You win the queen. Okay, this is just a mating idea. Nearly missed the last move. Okay, this just looks like checkmate. This is a bit trickier. Okay, this is actually a sacrifice. I've seen this one a couple times. We sacrifice the knight on g3. White is forced to take us back. They don't have any other moves. And then queen h5 is a mate. So that's actually a brilliant move. That's amazing because I feel like black is a little bit worse in this position actually. If we look at this position, black is... Okay, count the pawns, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. So black is up a bishop for 2 pawns, but this could get scary in the endgame. For black, like the passed e pawn being pushed down the board. White has the 7th rank. This knight does get into the game quite quickly if knight g3 is not found. But I feel like white still has some chances. They can try and dominate the d file. This rook isn't activated yet, so it really depends what happens in the position, but it's great that we found that checkmate or that knight sacrifice. Okay, 5 more puzzles to go, guys. 5 more puzzles, and then we'll be at our first 100. Okay, takes and mate. Okay, this just looks like we win a queen before mate. Okay, this is a checkmate. The bishop can't block because the bishop is actually pinned. Okay, I'm really gonna lock in for these next 2. I don't want to get them wrong and lose my streak, guys. And this one obviously is a little bit more tricky because I'm looking for a mate, but this is just a free bishop. Okay, let's just double check. That doesn't work. This probably doesn't need too much, so let's just take a bishop. Okay, 1 more to go, guys. 1 more to go. And it would suck if I had a mouse slip right now. Let's just check. King moves, check. Perfect, and the knight cuts off the squares. And that's it, guys. We have got some achievements. This was the first 100 puzzles that I've done on chess.com. I'm really happy with the result. 100 in a row. So that's definitely like a mini milestone for me on this new account. Hopefully I can keep the streak going, maybe 200. That's gonna be my next goal. But thanks guys for watching. Please stay tuned. That's probably gonna be my next video, my first 200 puzzles on chess.com or something like that. But if you guys have any recommendations for me, if you guys know how to fix the rating thing, because I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but like I have like a score of like 16,000 or something like that on the side over here. Let me try to show you guys. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this that clearly. Okay, sorry guys, I'm new to this. I am new to this. Yeah, so there's like a score over here. I'm just gonna drag it over my face for a little, like 16,000 or whatever the case may be. And yeah, I'm not sure how to put that into rating perspective or whatever the case may be, but hopefully if someone knows, please let me know in the comments down below. I did fix it on one of my students' accounts. I fixed it on my personal account. That one I'm not going to reveal as yet, otherwise I'll be giving all my opening prep away. But yeah guys, first 100 puzzles done, got them all correct. And I have like 16,000 points or whatever that counts for. Got a couple achievements. I'm happy with the result, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. And yeah, if you guys enjoy this content, please follow, subscribe, let me know what else I can do better, what other videos I can make. And thank you so much guys for supporting this video.